Hello, movie buffs! Today, we're diving into a chilling thriller about how one ancient discovery could bring about the end of the world. Get ready, it's going to be creepy. Scientists have discovered a 7,000-year-old mammoth in the ice, and its awakening will lead to the extinction of humanity. So, imagine this. In the harsh Arctic, scientists discover a frozen mammoth that has been lying in the ice for almost 7,000 years. But this isn't just an archaeological find. Its awakening could spell the extinction of all humanity. The story begins in the northern town of Fortitude. Photographer Henry Tyson witnesses a horrifying scene: a bear eating a man alive. Trying to save the victim, Henry fires his gun but hits the man instead of the bear. The sheriff who arrives tells him to go home, promising to sort things out, but Henry, terrified, runs away.
Please go home now.
3 months later, while walking on the glacier, children Liam Sutter and Carrie Morgan discover a mummified body. Carrie pulls a tooth out of the dead man's mouth, after which they return home. However, Liam suddenly faints, develops a high fever, and does not wake up.
Call a doctor if you're so worried.
At the same time, scientist Vincent Ratley arrives in Fortitude to discuss a report on the impact of tourism on the environment. Meanwhile, Carrie tells her father, Ronnie Morgan, about Liam's illness and shows him the tooth they found.
Liam is very sick.
While the doctor examines Liam, suspecting he has polio brought back by his father from Afghanistan, which could lead to the town being quarantined, Ronnie Morgan and his friend Jason decide to sell the mammoth they found to the research center. While Jason tries to sell the mammoth tooth to Professor Stoddart, the professor refuses to pay.
Valuable business.
No. How much will you pay?
The sheriff begins investigating the death of geologist Pettigrew. It turns out that Henry shot him. Henry suspects that the sheriff was already at the crime scene when it all happened, and that he was the one who killed the geologist. Liam's condition is getting worse. The boy's legs are turning black from severe frostbite, which may require amputation. His mother, Jules, blames Frank for leaving their son alone while he was having an affair with the waitress Elena.
Where did you go?
Then Vincent finds Professor Stoddart dead with his abdomen cut open. The sheriff, who somehow appears in the room, kills the professor's dog and takes Vincent away. The townspeople see the police rushing to a call, contradicting Governor Helder's claims about the city's safety. Henry calls the mainland police, claiming that Pettigrew wasn't killed by a bear but by the sheriff, and that now he's done the same to the professor.
The sheriff killed them both.
Vincent claims that the professor had no pulse when he found him. Meanwhile, the police begin searching for the professor's assistant, Natalie, who has escaped. Senior Police Inspector Eugene Morton arrives from London to investigate the death of the British citizen, the professor. Morton examines the professor's body and notices that 3 different weapons were used, which suggests the possibility of a ritual killing.
What kind of ritualistic killer would actually use a simple potato peeler?
He also learns that in Fortitude, people can't be buried because of the permafrost and bacteria. The terminally ill are sent to the mainland. It turns out that Hildur deleted a voicemail from the professor to his wife, in which he said he had found something ancient in the ice that would cause major problems. The professor was planning to rewrite the report on the impact of the hotel construction, taking a stand against it. The police arrest Natalie and Jason, but Jason has an alibi for the time of the professor's murder. The sheriff instructs Natalie to analyze the mammoth tooth that was found. The most shocking discovery concerns Liam. The parents find their son's blood-stained pajamas. Frank recalls that Liam's bedroom window was open on the night of the murder. It turns out that Liam was at the professor's house on the night of the murder. He hit him on the head with a cutting board. Liam remembers that he put his hands inside the person. Detectives find a child's fingernail on the professor's body, confirming Liam's involvement. At the same time, Shirley, Marcus's girlfriend, also begins to behave strangely, coughing and attacking her mother, slashing open her abdomen and spitting out a clear liquid. Marcus, Liam's teacher, becomes a suspect. Morton gets to the truth about Pettigrew's death. Henry confesses that he killed Pettigrew out of mercy, having found him mauled by a bear and chained to the tower. However, Morton suspects that the carpets and floorboards in Elena's room were replaced because of Pettigrew's blood.
Just as he killed Pettigrew.
Finally, the sheriff confesses to Morton that he himself killed Pettigrew. Pettigrew, while drunk, raped Elena and mocked the sheriff, saying he would do the same to him. In a rage, the sheriff chained Pettigrew to a tower on the ocean shore, where he was mauled by a polar bear, and then Henry shot him in the head out of mercy. Vincent and Natalie discover that strange toxins are present in the bodies of Shirley and the polar bear, and they suggest that these toxins are what caused the aggressive behavior. They also discover that there has been an increase in the number of hermaphroditic reindeer, linking this to a demon from the beliefs of the Sami reindeer herders. The most terrifying discovery comes during the autopsy of the professor's dog. It had swallowed larvae, which were also found in the professor's remains. The body of the doctor who treated Liam and Shirley becomes covered in sores, from which parasitic wasps hatch. These wasps are likely a prehistoric species that survived in the permafrost thanks to some form of protection. Helder remembers the mammoth tooth, and the sheriff realizes that they urgently need Jason. The parasites cause a rabies outbreak in the town. Yuri and Max continue drilling into the glacier, aiming to awaken a creature billions of years old, which they fear wants to destroy humanity.
Come on, let's get going.
Yuri falls into a huge cave beneath the ice, filled with thawing mammoths and swarms of buzzing wasps. Jason finally reveals the location of the mammoth carcass, after which it is burned in hopes of stopping the spread. But this is not the end. Elena shows signs of fever, like Shirley, and goes mad, attacking Carrie. The sheriff, who has feelings for her, is forced to shoot Elena to save the girl. The series shifts from a detective thriller to a full-fledged horror with elements of the supernatural. The number of nightmarish scenes increases. The behavior of the creature, the wasps, is caused by the accumulation of toxins. These wasps reach maturity in 48 hours. And that's how the first season ends. This story weaves together several genres at once. From a tense detective tale about the hunt for a killer, to a nightmarish horror about an ancient evil awakening from the ice and infecting people. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Kino Man channel so you don't miss new videos. Write in the comments what you think about this story. See you soon.